Hey guys, it's NezZy, back again with another Destiny6 video. So right now I'm about to do this run right here. I accidentally hit ready, so I'm just going to start off with this, and then I'm going to move on to the SubStat rerolls and how the developers are planning to fix it, okay? So I'm just go over here, shield, burn him. Start doing our damage. Get the breaks in. I misused T-Engine's skill right here. I think if we stay in the middle, we don't need to dodge those tails. I think. Land the nice. Oh crap, this is gonna hurt. Oh wow, it did like almost no damage. Well, as the battle goes on, he gets stronger, right? Yep, that's probably what just happened. Alright, so like a minute in, and we already have over 2 million damage, almost 3 million damage. Or this poison might just kill us. Or not. Okay. Oh, we're not going to survive this. Can I please move? How the hell are we still alive? No idea. But I'm not complaining. Start healing up. Well, that didn't go through. Okay, no, we ran into the poison. So I just did a run with about 6 million damage. This one didn't go so well. Alright, let me show you guys the other team that I was using. So here's what I think is happening. The people in the top 10 definitely know some kind of secret, or there's something that they're taking advantage of that really allows them to get a lot of damage points onto the boss. And even if I were to know one of them, I don't think they would tell me, simply because, you know, they don't want it to be common knowledge, because people that are higher up will get better rewards at the end of the week or month or whatever. So this was the other team that I was using with Gunter. And if you guys have this girl, Orang, she's actually pretty good. Her second attack actually makes her do special attacks, and she'll keep on doing them for 10 seconds, and each one of those attacks has a chance to burn the target when she does a critical hit, and my Orang has like 37% critical hit, so she's actually pretty decent. I'll show you guys my orbs in a little bit. Okay, it's just so confusing because there's so much happening. So I gotta increase my critical rate, get my shield up, start doing this, land the burns, try to get the damage increase. We still have the shields. Get this. Get the cooldowns. We're gonna try and start burning him again. Get the break in. We don't have our second break up yet. Okay, the heal... Elki's heal doesn't seem to go through. I mean, I could be wrong. Alright, now she's healing. Could have sworn last match or last attempt that we had on this, she wasn't healing. I don't know, call me crazy. Oh, I didn't need to use both break skills there. But now that we do have him broken, we don't have anything to apply damage, which is fantastic. Okay, let's try to shock him. Get this up, get this up. I should eventually start landing the burns, yep. Eventually you're going to land the burns with her, that's what makes her so good. in all honesty, I think Ignis would top this team comp, simply because he can have the break, or not the break, the burn on for a much longer period of time. But beggars can't be choosers, and he removed the debuff, but then it got applied again. That's just weird. Okay, so let's just try. Alright, we shocked him, we're burning him. Could we possibly get a break anytime soon, please? Or an opportunity to break. Critical rate increase. Yeah, we do some pretty decent damage. We don't need to dodge that. If you stay in the middle, I've noticed that the tail won't ever hit you. Granted that your leader has to be a ranged unit though. So I'm trying to wait for this skill over here to come up so we can land the burn again. There we go. Get this break in. We're not going to be able to have enough time to land the second break in. That's not going to hit us. Let's try to get some cooldowns here. Alright, we land the burn. So now we're doing damage. And see, so, like, here's the thing. I'm surviving, I think I can survive until 2 minutes are up, so that's like a total of, what, 4 minutes? Everybody has the same amount of time that I do. Well, I just died right there. Everybody has the same amount of time that I get. Everybody has 6 minutes. I still don't understand how they're doing all that damage. Granted, I'm not very familiar with the boss's skills, so I'm not very apt at dodging them and whatnot. Okay, but anyway, if you guys know how they're doing it, please let me know so I can let the community know, because right now I'm just clueless. I've also been very busy with class, so I haven't really been able to give a lot of time to this thing. I wasn't even supposed to make a video today, but I just had to because I got this reply, and it's also on Facebook. One of the developers, I forgot what his name is, said that they are giving away 1,000 rubies to everybody in the game as a compensation for their mistake. I think it was a bug, it wasn't intentional, and they might fix it next patch. Ever since the patch hit, I've opened Destiny6 a couple of times, and twice I've had to download a few new things, but they were very small, very small downloads, like a few MB only. So I don't think they have fixed it yet. What they did say though on the Facebook post was that they are going to cap skill cooldown reduction at 60%, which is okay, I guess, but I still feel 60% is a bit too much, because I did the math, right? On my Adonis, I think when I do this, correct me if I'm wrong, but on my Adonis, when he has a 35-second skill or a 35-second cooldown, and I get 60%, I only have 14 seconds left. Out of those 14 seconds, the shield itself lasts for 8 seconds, so that means 6 seconds are remaining. Out of which, if my Jun just hits the opponent once with his second ability, and just one of those skill cooldowns goes onto my Adonis' shield, I basically have a Carlota. And honestly, right now in Arena, I'm going to make another video on why I'm not doing Arena anymore. I think it's not worth it, but I still have to get the math done on that. But in Arena, I'm just autoing everything. I'm not even joking, I'm just autoing. And granted, I'm not very far up, but it just works. It's not even fun anymore. And yesterday's video, I said that it's going to benefit only people with huge pockets. I'm sorry, guys. That was my bad. It was like on the it was like in the heat of the moment. I just said it because I thought you would need a lot of money to do this, or that it wasn't too broken because how much money is actually required. But then I had a few talks with a lot of people in the comment section, and I want to give a shout out to TeamUnfairBear, and he and I we both recognize that this is very broken, and it is very, very unfair to people who are free to play or people that don't have the funds to progress in the game. Like someone was saying, I guess free to play don't even need to do arena anymore. And while that comment was kind of funny, it's very true that this definitely broke the game. So what I was thinking of, I mean, this is a bit extreme. But what I was thinking about was to have all the orbs that came out after yesterday's patch reverted back. So all my orbs that have a 9% skill cooldown reduction, take them back to how they were before, and just give everybody back the rubies that they spent on substats. And then make it such that you can only do 10, you can only spend 1,000 rubies per week on substats. I think that would make it pretty balanced, and then the rest you can do with tickets, unlimited times, how many ever you have, but then with rubies only like 10 per week, which isn't even a lot, because in that 10 you might get 2 orbs at most, or you might need to do 1 orb like 70 times. That'll just take you like 7 weeks. And then TeamUnfairBear also had a pretty good solution. I feel his is a bit more viable to the game instead of like going back in time. So his idea was that the first time you do it, it costs you 100 rubies. If you want to do it again, it's going to go to 150, then 200, then 250. So it's like high risk, high reward. Eventually, he said to make it stop at 600, but I feel if you're not going to keep a cap on it, I would say take it up all the way to 1,000. Because people that have the money to spend it, and they're just like millionaires and billionaires that don't have anything to do with their lives and just want to spend everything on the game, let them spend their whole fortune on the game. That's what I'm saying, because this is broken. Like, granted, I did have a bit of fun with my Adonis, but right now in Arena, it's just not fun anymore. Like, there used to be a certain RNG factor that used to make this game fun. Like, when I had my Adonis and my Jun would go in, he would do a second skill, and I'd be praying to God. I'd be like, God, please give me please let 3 of these hits go into my Adonis's first skill cooldown. So I was saying like I need like 18 seconds here. God, please, please, please deliver it to me. And now it's just like I don't even care. Like even if my Jun doesn't manage to put a single hit onto the opponent, there's only about 9 seconds of time which I am vulnerable at which I can just pop my Elki's skill. And I'm just fine because Elki's heal lasts for 12 ticks. So it's very unfair. I don't like it. And it's also right now, after doing a little bit of math, I've came to the conclusion that it's actually cheaper to do these substat rerolls than it is to farm. Like, that's just crazy. Like, that just is not fair. So the math that I was doing, where's my paper? Okay. Because I couldn't do it in my head. So, well, actually, I could. So, for me, to get 1 orb, it takes me about 5,000 keys. Because generally, I want orbs in 1, 2, and 3 slots with 11.5 beginning, because that's the highest that you guys can get. If you start at 11.5, it will take you to plus 16%, and that's what I want. So that's what I try to do. But then, of course, if I have an Adonis, I'm not gonna try and get him a 16% attack on his slot 2 because he doesn't need attack. I'll take like a 10% and let it settle at like 14% attack because I don't care about the 2% attack, right? You guys get my point. So to get a ideal orb, I would say it costs me about 5,000 keys. So let's just say I start off with 0 keys and I purchase 5,000. Every time you do a purchase, you get 50 keys, right? So basically, to get 5,000 keys, you need to do 100 of these purchases, and each one of these 100 purchases will cost you 100 rubies. 100 times 100, that is 10,000 rubies per orb, okay? per orb. And then this morning I did, the reason why I have such less gold is because I basically 15 starred, or I took my 2 of my orbs to plus 15 just to test out on average how much gold it would take. One of them took me 900,000, the other one took me, let me see if I can find those orbs. I feel I have one on a rang. Yeah, oh yeah, both of them are on a rang actually. This one over here and this one over here. So these are both pretty crappy orbs. I just made them plus 15 just to see how much cost it would take me. One of them took me 800,000, the other one took me 900,000. So let's just say on average that's 10 or like a million gold per orb, right? And we know from the black market that the game thinks a million gold is equivalent to 4,000 rubies. 10,000 rubies to get the orb, 4,000 rubies to level it up all the way to 15, that's 14,000 rubies. Whereas where I did mine to my Adonis, on average it would cost me about 20 to 30 substat rerolls, and then one of them took like 70. So that's still 20 or 30, that's like 2,000, 3,000. Compared to the 40,000, that's definitely worth it. Even if it took you 100 rerolls and it cost you even if it cost you 10,000 rubies, it would still be less costly than to farm and grind the gold. Like, that's just insane. And not to mention that when you're doing that, right, for me, my Nightmare team isn't super fast. It takes about like 2 minutes. So like overnight, it'll probably do about 600 to 700 keys. For me to get past all of my 5,000 keys, it's going to take me like 6 or 7 nights, basically a week. People are doing this within several seconds, like within a minute. If you can hit that button once every 2 seconds, you're doing 30 rerolls. Chances are you're going to get the stat that you want within those 30 rerolls. 30 times 2, that's 60. That's 60 seconds. In 1 minute, you're doing what people might take ages to do. It's just not fair. And while I am glad that they have addressed this situation, they've given us 1,000 rubies, woohoo, and they have capped skill cooldown reduction at 60%, I still don't think that it's fair how people are getting to that 60%. I mean, I think 60%, if you earned it, it's great, but if you just went through the substat reroll change, it's fun, yes, but after a while, like for me right now, I'm just very bored with the game. I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't want to do Conquest, I don't want to do Arena anymore because it's too darn easy with how low of a cooldown my Adonis has. It's not fun anymore. There's no fun factor in it. So hopefully they touch on this and they do something about the substat reroll. I would not be pissed at all if they reverted my orbs back to how they were and my Adonis only has like the 30% skill cooldown reduction he had before this patch went live. 30%, I think that's still fair because like I went through the actual process of happiness and sadness of like doing the rerolls and getting crappy orbs and just face palming and then getting that one orb with the perfect stats. Like, RNG sucks, but when you come over RNG, it feels so good. And when there's a way to buy RNG in games like these, it just kind of defeats the purpose. So anyway, this video has gone on for long enough. I'm going to stop my rant here. If you guys have any ideas on what should be done, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys have any idea of how on earth people are crossing the 50 million margin on the new faction boss, please let me know so I can let the community know, because I'm desperate right now. Like, I am really desperate. So, and also Destiny Void, we're still recruiting. I think we have 2 spots left. So again, make sure that you're, like you're decent. Like, to join us now, because the bar has kind of gone up. Like, people in the guild have raised the bar, so make sure you qualify. Okay, so anyway, if you guys liked the video, again, thanks for watching till the very end. If you guys like the video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And until the next time, guys, Neon out.